Today we're going to deflask some Paphiopedilum fairrieanum plants. I think there's about 15 or something in there. I think they should have come out a couple of weeks ago. And as you can see, there's some browning off in there, so we're going to get them out today and get them sorted. But we've been flat out busy lately and I haven't had time to do it. So first up, what we'll do, we'll mix up our mix in here that we're going to put the little plants into. The mix we're going to use contains fine fir bark, a little bit of cocoa peat to keep some moisture in there. You can see that coming up there, that pale stuff is the cocoa peat. Mix this in together a bit so it blends in nicely. The white stuff you can see there is perlite, and we've got about 5 to 7% shell grit in there also. So that's the mix that we're going to use. Now I'm going to put them into 2 of these takeaway containers. I've put 8 holes in the bottom for drainage, and down the bottom I've put some coarser medium grade bark, just a little bit there to allow a little bit of extra drainage and some air in there for when the roots head down to the bottom. Alright, I'll start off by putting a little bit of mix on the top. A couple of handfuls, we'll get that sorted there. Another one there. Now, I think the roots might be a little bit longer than that. I'll take a bit of that out. Right, next thing we do, we've got to open the flask. So I'll take the top off that with its piece that ties it down. Take the rubber bung out, and there's our little plants in there. So how are we going to get them out? It's too thick. I don't think we're going to be able to drop them out through the top. So we're going to use this, a rod that I'll put right down to the bottom of the flask without leaning on a plant, and then I'll hit it with a hammer. I think that went through. Yes, it did. Alright, I'll take the glass out of there, and I'll get our container of tepid water. This is our container of tepid water. I'll take the temperature of it, 27 degrees. You can see that there. I'll take out the plants, being careful not to cut them all myself on the pieces of glass there. Remove those, and then actually I'll snap that piece off, and I should be able to drop the plants out one piece. Start to soak them in the water. This part of deflasking takes time. The agar has to be gently removed from the plant roots completely, and the tangled roots are very prone to snapping off. Opening up the plants as we go. And the agar is coming off relatively well actually. And see what we've got here. They pull apart quite well, those little plants. How's that for a healthy little plant? Alright, I'll go through and taking the agar off. So, time-consuming job. The plants are actually falling apart pretty well. I'll cut those brown leaves off later on. Once they're all up here drying out, then I can have a look. Just tease them apart very carefully. We don't want to break roots off them. There's a very healthy plant. Look at the roots on that. That'll probably go into a separate pot not a community pot. I'll see how many I've got first. And we just continue working through, making sure we got no agar left on the roots. Right, plonk them over there. It's larger roots on that one. They are still joined together. I'll let them soak for a little bit longer. Make sure we got all the agar off. Need another piece of paper, I think, in a moment. See what we've got here. They're tightly together. Right, oh no, they've come apart, that's all right. You can see fuzzy roots on some of these, and that is an excellent sign that they're a very healthy little plant with fuzzy roots. Put them over there to dry and keep going. That one's a bit sus whether that'll continue to live or not. That one's soaking. Now, right, that can go over there. Oh, there's quite a few plants in here. I thought there was only a dozen to 15 in here, but we've got a lot of plants. That can go there. All right, I'll get some more paper towel and put that down there. I think we might need another community pot for these, I think, the way they're going. And they're just coming apart really well. They'll all go into community pots. And we've got two here we need to separate and see which root goes where. Here we go, that's got him. One there. Nice fuzzy roots on a lot of these, that's lovely. And the last two just fell apart. How good's that? That one. And that one. All right. So I'll get rid of our tepid water. I'll get rid of that with its agar in it. Now we'll get some paper, put it over the top of the plants so we can gently pat down on them and remove the last of the water on them. We need to dry them off. Light pressure, we don't want to damage the roots on them. Right, next thing we've got to do is remove the brown leaves. To do that, I've got some hydrogen peroxide. I'll dip the blades of my cutter into the hydrogen peroxide. And then very carefully, that came from over there, that one did. Remove the brown leaves, cut them off. All right, now next one. Very healthy little plants, they're looking very good in actual fact. One there. Couple on this guy. Slide it down under there. Get rid of those. And that one. Oh, last one up here. Careful not to cut that root off. We only want the leaf. Right, we'll cover that for a moment because there's a bit of sun down here. I'll pull that back. Now we'll do the same over here. Starting with this guy. Snip them off. Big healthy plantlet. That one's gone. Lower leaf there. There right, there right. There's one there. Close that out. One on that plant there. And there. And there. And there's a couple of brown spots on these leaves here, so I'll cut them off. And because they're alive, I'll put a little bit of cinnamon on it. Cinnamon's a natural fungicide, so that'll stop anything getting into the leaf of the plant and causing it a problem. All right, back to our brown leaves. That one. And one there. And another live one there, so some cinnamon for that. Up here, these ones that have got no roots, I don't know whether they're going to, one's got a little bit of a root there, but I don't know how long they're going to last. But they'll go into a community pot. We might be lucky to get them to grow.